Through their time together, they've come to realize that their personal dreams, hopes, and goals are more attainable and more meaningful. Combined effort and mutual support provided love, commitment, and family. With love and devotion, they decided to live their lives together as husband and wife. They've chosen you, those special and important to them, to witness and celebrate the beginning of their new life together. All of you hold the most special place in their hearts, reserved for those they've chosen to call family and friends. And they are deeply grateful for each and every one of you here today. On behalf of Julie and Daniel, I welcome you all to this celebration of life and love. Julie and Daniel, as you join yourselves in marriage, there is a vast and unknown future stretching out before you. The possibilities and potentials of your married life are great. Marriage is a supreme sharing, perhaps the greatest and most challenging adventure, and the most intimate of human relationships. It's an opportunity for great personal and spiritual growth, to feel the joy of taking care of someone who takes care of you, to love deeply and to receive it in return. It's about trust, friendship, and having a partner to share all that life has to offer. Today you enter as individuals, but you leave here as husband and wife, blending your lives, expanding your family ties, and embarking upon the grandest adventure in human interaction. Through your commitment to each other, may your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitement a marriage should bring. And may you have a passion for living that provides you with energy and patience to face the responsibilities of life together as a married couple. May you grow and nurture a love that makes you both better people and continues to give you great joy. And may you find that love in loving one another. Julie and Daniel want to acknowledge their parents on this occasion and offer their profound gratitude for your gifts of unconditional love and support. You've inspired them to become who they are today, and they'd like to thank you from the bottom of their hearts for guiding them to this celebration of love, for without you, this day certainly would not have been possible. And now I'd like to ask that we close our eyes and bring to mind any loved ones who couldn't be with us here today. Though they're absent physically, their loving presence is felt every day in our hearts. Julie and Daniel, the promises you make this day are a commitment to love each other openly and trustingly, without limits or preconditions, and to do this for a lifetime. With that in mind, I ask you now, Daniel, do you take Julie to be your wife? Do you promise to love and respect her, as well as support and encourage her to achieve her goals in life? Do you promise to listen with compassion and understanding, as together you face all of life's experiences? And to be an equal partner in a loving and honest relationship for as long as you both shall live? If so, please answer now, I do.
I do.
And do you, Julie, take Daniel to be your husband? Do you promise to love and respect him, as well as support and encourage him to achieve all of his goals in life? Do you promise to listen with compassion and understanding, as together you face all of life's experiences? And to be an equal partner in a loving and honest relationship for as long as you both shall live? If so, please answer now, I do.
I do.
So now I ask you to make your promises to one another. So Daniel, if you would repeat after me. I, Daniel, take you, Julie,
I, Daniel, take you, Julie,
for my lawful wedded wife,
for my lawful wedded wife,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
Now, Julie, if you would repeat after me. I, Julie, take you, Daniel,
I, Julie, take you, Daniel,
for my lawful wedded husband,
for my lawful wedded husband,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
And now may I have the rings, please? From the earliest times, the circle has been a symbol of completedness, a symbol of committed love. An unbroken and never-ending circle symbolizes a commitment of love that is also never-ending. As often as either of you looks at this symbol, I hope that you'll be reminded of the commitment to love each other, which you've made here today. Daniel? Nope. There we go. As you place this ring on Julie's finger, I'll ask you to repeat after me. With this ring, I pledge my love and faithfulness to you.
I pledge my love and faithfulness to you.
Today,
Tomorrow,
and always.
and always.
Now, Julie, as you place this ring on Daniel's finger, I'll ask you to repeat after me. With this ring, I pledge my love and faithfulness to you.
I pledge my love and faithfulness to you.
Today, tomorrow, and always.
And always.
As you stand beside this ocean tide, may your love always be as constant as these never-ending waves that pound the shore, flowing endlessly from the depths of the sea. Just as there will never be a morning without the ocean's flow, so will there never be another day without your love for one another. You've pledged yourself on this day that your love will be as dependable as the tide, and as these waters nourish the earth and sustain life, may your constant love and devotion nourish and sustain you. Today, the joining of your two lives into one will be symbolized through the combining of these two individual containers of sand. The first container represents you, Julie, and all that you were, and all that you are, and all that you ever will be. And the second container represents you, Daniel, and all that you were, all that you are, and all that you ever will be. As these two containers of sand are poured into the third container, the individual container will no longer exist, but will be joined together as one. And just as these grains of sand can no longer be separated and poured again into the individual containers, so will your marriage be a blending of two individual personalities joined together, forming one heart and one love. Now, for as much as you, Julie, and you, Daniel, have openly declared your wishes to be united in marriage, and in the presence of these witnesses, have pledged love to each other, and have confirmed the same by joining hands, declaring your vows, and exchanging rings, by the power vested in me, by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, it is indeed my greatest joy and privilege to pronounce that you are now husband and wife, and you may now kiss the bride. Go now in peace, and let love carry you through all that life brings. The joy and the sorrow, the hurt and the healing, the frustration and the fullness. And when time has mellowed and aged you, may you know love's persistence, its durability, in its power to renew all that truly matters. Congratulations, you two. Now I'm going to have you turn and face your guests. I'm going to have you take your bouquet back. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Daniel and Julie Phillips.